Hi guys, welcome to Girls Only with a Godly Heart. This is Luna. Lily is not here with us today. She is producing for us. Say hi to Lily. Hi Lily. Okay, well today we are doing 24 hobbies that you should do as a New Year's resolution. We're doing 24. This will be in part three series. Why don't I get started? Number one is sewing. There are two kinds of sewing, machine and hand sewing. I prefer hand sewing, but if you want it to go faster, machine sewing's really great. I encourage you to do both, but whatever one's good for you is good. Why don't I move on to second? Second is knitting. Knitting, I believe there is such thing as machine knitting, but I'm pretty sure that's cheating. I like hand, but I do not like knitting. Hand knitting is sort of fun. I'm not good at it. That's why I don't like it. There are a lot of cool things you could do with knitting, so I encourage you to do knitting. Next is a 3. I was going to say I3, but we're not playing bingo. Yeah, okay. Next one is crocheting. I don't crochet. I hate crocheting. That's only because my older sister beat me and younger sister beat me in crocheting, so I don't crochet. But I encourage you to crochet and tell us what you've crocheted in the comments, along with sewing and knitting. Crocheting is pretty cool, actually. You can make the most outrageous things ever. We plan to do a compilation of things to crochet, so I encourage you to stay for that. Next one is macrame. I've never done macrame, but I have seen all these really cool projects, and I absolutely want to get into macrame. I really think you should do macrame. I don't know anybody who does do macrame, but I think you can find some pretty cool people. They'll be your people. 5 is braiding. I love braiding. I grab scraps of yarn 24/7 and am braiding. If you want a braided bracelet, I have it probably. But it's really cool, crazy. There are a lot of different patterns you can do. It's probably hard to see on a camera, but I encourage you to get a book for it. Braiding's cool, yeah. Weaving. Weaving is 6. Weaving is awesome. I've tried weaving, but I'm terrible at it. What never seems to make sense to me is how do you get it out of that loom? So I usually just quit before I get to that processing part. But it is really cool, and you can make really pretty things with it. So I encourage you to do weaving. Next is quilting. I have tried quilting, and I'm not good at quilting. Then again, I'm not so great at sewing, so that's probably why. You can make really pretty bags and really pretty quilted bed covers. Obviously, a quilt is quilted. Quilting is really pretty and really cool and takes up a lot of time and makes you look like that cool person who quilts, you know? The person who has always got those patches in their bag, like that person's always the person you want to sit next to on the train. Hey, can I get that? You know? Cheap loader. Building model rockets. I plan to get into that this year. It sounds like so much fun. And like I said with crocheting, knitting, and sewing, you should totally send us everything you've made. Tell us about it. We are interested. We as in me, but she likes comments, so we're all interested. Model rockets are practically limitless. They're not limited, besides the fact that they're limited to only being rockets. But you can make them any color and name the weirdest things, like Jonathan. That's a weird name. Next one's woodworking. You could build furniture and furniture. Tree houses. That's really cool. Tree houses are awesome. Yeah. Woodworking, I would say, is kind of that cool person, Michael Landon kind of, thing, right? I mean, whenever I think of someone building with, wood, I think of Michael Landon, Little House on the Prairie. Totally check that out. But yeah, totally tell us what you make with your woodworking stuff. Next is wood carving. Sorry, guys. Wood carving is next, and wood carving is also really cool. I love wood carving. I love the way it looks. I love all of that. I'm not into it, though, making it. But I might make some, just because I like the way it looks. Is wood carving whittling? That's my question. Maybe, write that in the comments. Is it the same thing? I mean, maybe it is to you. Maybe Google has its own opinion, but I think it's the same thing. Um, yeah, right. Your opinion. And tell us what you made. If it's whittling, if you whittled it or carved it. But yeah, that's really cool. Next one. This one's kind of like we were talking about crafts, but this one's different. You ready? You guys ready? Ventriloquism. Ventriloquism. If I said it the first time or the second, I'm not quite sure. This isn't a word I'm good at pronouncing. But that's really cool. That's really awesome. It makes me think of Arthur, the show with his friend George. That's his name, right? George. The one with the giraffe puppet. Okay, well, in Arthur, the kids show. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, that's definitely it. If you watched it, you're awesome. And if you haven't, well, you're not. Next one is kind of, building model ships. That is really cool. Whether it's building it in a bottle or not building it in a bottle, that's really cool. I don't understand how they get those small ships inside the bottle. It makes no sense. I think I saw somebody making it, and it was like with little tweezers. No. I'm going to make them, absolutely, but I will not make it with those stupid small tweezers. I can't even pull out a freaking, what are they called? A thorn with those. You expect me to build a ship with it. It just seems weird. But totally tell us if you can do that. That'd be so cool. And if you had a channel, I would follow you because that's really cool. You're cool, right? Next one is screen printing. That's really cool. I don't think a lot of people know what that is though. I said it to Banana 2 over here, and she didn't know what it was. It's really cool. It's printing with a screen. We made a back. It was really pretty. I think it's really nice. You can make shirts and tote bags, and you can really personalize them. And if you have a Cricut, you could totally make your own. That's really cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting congested. Right? Okay. Screen printing is really cool, and I totally think you should try it. And tell us when you do. Next one is sampler. If you look up sampler, you might get a computer thing, which is why you need to look up sampler projects. It is sewing, and it's really pretty. It's like sewing for clothes. Embroidery for clothes, not sewing. Embroidery, sorry. It's really pretty, and I love it. I'm definitely going to try it, and I think you guys should totally comment what you do. And the stitches you do. The stitches, there is so many stitches. But totally say which ones you did, if you know. Next one is building model railroads, which I believe could, trades count a part of that. That's really cool. I've always liked those wooden ones, the woods that you build a track and then you blow it up. It's really cool. I went into a Adam's Family really fast, obviously. Yeah, but they're so cool and really pretty when you make those trains from not scratch, obviously, but from those packets. Those are really cool. And yeah, tell us when you make them. That'd be awesome. Next one is building model airplanes. I took out the model in this. I'm not saying build airplanes. Build model airplanes. I almost said build airplanes, so thank you. I caught myself for you. They're really pretty. And obviously they're limited to being airplanes, not rockets. They're two different things, which I didn't get always. But they're really pretty, guys. And you can make your own airline. That'd be really cool. And then, send the gremlins on them. Tell us if you make a model airplane. That'd be really cool, guys. Next is pottery. Pottery is gorgeous. It can be obviously a pot, a vase, a bowl. They're so cool. It brings me back to Caillou. I think of his very ugly looking mug. I was an honest kid. That was an ugly mug. But try to make a better mug. I don't think you have to have that wheel to potter. I've tried sculpting with clay. It is almost impossible. Everything I make breaks. So, tell us if you do better or if you fail just as bad as I did. If you failed just as bad as I did, please comment that. I need that. I may not quit completely. And if there are better brands, because the brand I used stunk, or maybe that was just me. Next one is leather crafting. That's really cool. I think that is so pretty. At first, I didn't know what it was, so I had to look inside the encyclopedia. They had one picture, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to learn how to do this. And I think you totally have to learn how to do this. It is so pretty. Like, anyone who loves leather, like I do, would just love this. It is so pretty. And I would say really great for gift giving. It's not Christmas. That just passed, but it'd be really great for birthdays. Yeah. That's it, I think. Oh yeah, tell us what you did. Show us if you can. I don't think so, but tell us. We'll believe you totally. Jewelry making. I know someone who makes jewelry, and I love her jewelry. It is the prettiest jewelry I've ever seen, and I totally think you should try making jewelry because I think somebody else will appreciate it just as much as I did. It's gorgeous. Make jewelry, and then tell us about it. Again, with a congestion. I blame Martha Washington. It's been that kind of a day. Okay. Anyway, the next one is cooking. I love cooking, sort of. I like cooking on my own time. But cooking is delicious, and you can appreciate it just as much as everyone else can. Thank you very much. Yeah, tell us what you make, and maybe even share your recipes. That'd be really cool, guys. We definitely want to make a compilation of that. That'd be so cool. But we'd also like you guys to contribute, Our next one is collecting things. I collect coins, not because I'm a weirdo, because I have potential of selling them. But there are a lot of things you can, collect. There's shells, coins, cards, stamps, rocks, books, and buttons if you're weird. And, there's a lot more. I think collections are kind of cool if there's a purpose for it. I like to chase my brother for collecting cards, but it's kind of cool. I just won't let him know that. Yeah, but if you have a collection of something, totally write them in the comments. If it's not something weird, obviously, like comic books, because I don't collect comic books. I collect comic books. Yeah. Next one is writing. I am a writing addict. My hands swell from how much I write. I'm the biggest addict ever. And the thing is, what do I write about? I will write the most random words ever. Like, they don't even have to be real words, honestly. But writing is awesome. I'm not telling you to be an addict to it like I am. I'm telling you to just write because it is good for you. And too much of a good thing can be an addiction, like myself. Right? Okay. Next one is dancing. I do not dance. I don't know how to dance. I can't really keep a beat in dancing, but I plan to learn, and I'm going to make Joseph do it with me. That is my resolution. I will make Joseph learn to dance with me. Joseph is my brother. He is the closest to my height in males. And if he doesn't learn to dance with me, well, he'll have a problem. But he's going to learn to dance with me. The foxtrot. He taught me the box. So he's going to have to learn the foxtrot. Because that just looks cool. Yeah. Next one, and I think this is the last one, guys. Why? But this is the last one. You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? I know. You're all excited. Cricket. Babeface, my mother, she made this for my father for his podcast. But also, while we're in the fact of Once Blind podcast, I would like to remind you people that he is my father, and he has helped us with these pictures in the corner. And we'd just like to give him a big thanks. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to put down this before I break it. Nobody can sue me. Oh, yeah, we're clapping again? We're clapping again. Woo! Yeah, right? Okay, I'm putting this back so we don't break it. Babyface, I didn't break it. Babyface is my mother, just to remind you people. Yes, I call her Babyface. She's beautiful. Babyface, That is pretty much everything, but I would just like to remind you, crickets is unlimited. And tell us what you make, including you, Babyface. Okay, you guys ready? It's time for me to say goodbye, so I'll now sing you a song. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm sure you loved it. Bye, guys. Producer Lily is saying bye, too. She's waved to you people. I'll wave extra for you guys. Bye, guys.